Hi, welcome to my channel, Takayaki Tarot. Today is, Wednesday, June 25, 2025. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards. And I'm going to start off with this deck. As the deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God. Psalm 42:1. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, as the deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God. Psalm 42:1. So, streams of water. Obviously, so water. Your spirit is being fed. Which is a good thing, obviously. I feel like you've kind of figured out the best way to feed your spirit. So, like, water is one of those, like, universal elements. Whether it's in the zodiac, whether it's in myth, whatever it is, it's something that is, like, it's one of those things that is required to grow things, right? It's in humans, it's in plants, the ocean, it's in animals. Right, it's everywhere. So I feel like deers are very gentle creatures. That's what that is. Yeah, you've definitely figured out how to nurture and feed your spirit, which is good. You know what, too? Another thing that's also kind of, it's not as common as you think it would be, right? To figure out what it is that your soul needs. But you were able to do that, collective. And because you're able to do that, you're constantly being, it's like this, you have access to never-ending abundance or vigor, nourishment, energy, life. Right? So I long for you, O God. I feel like for a lot of you, if it's not about God, then you're not putting your heart into it, right? If it's not being part of your purpose, you're not focused on it. Wow, your heart's got to be like it's like open for this, right? Because, like, when you let God in your heart, all those blessings come flowing through, right? You've done that. Wow, I like that. I'm going to try and make this short, so I'm trying not to go too much in depth with this. Yeah. Oof. I kind of saw this card yesterday too, as I was like shuffling and like dealing with the cards. It popped out, and I can tell what card it is from. You could just tell. It's no other card is this like angry. This is wrath. You got a bunch of people all up in like arms, or just not doing so well. They're angry. They're bitter. You got a bunch of people in that energy, the wrathful, vengeful, resentful energy, because you're constantly flowing and you always look well watered. always look refreshed, always look like you have all this energy and you're glowing. All right, that's your energy. And you got a bunch of people that are mad about that. They don't like that. Why? I don't know. I think what they're really mad about is not the open heart part and not about the healing part. I think what they're mad about is the blessings part, right? Because when you're in that energy, your heart is open, you give your heart to God and blah, 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 right? And then healing, and that's not what they're mad about. They're mad because not only did you figure it out and you accessed that, but you're also getting the blessings. That's what they're mad about. That's why everybody's like going crazy and angry and arguing and fighting each other. That's why they're mad. Because you get the blessings, you get the abundance, you get the inheritance, you get it. But because you did something that's like, it's not rare, right? I mean, depending on where you are, but it's not as common as you would think for someone to have an open heart. And if you have an open heart, you might think, oh yeah, everybody has an open heart, just the same way as someone who has a closed heart is thinking, oh yeah, everybody has a closed heart. You see? Because they're seeing the world from their perspective. But you, collective, you know that not everybody has an open heart and not everybody has a closed heart. I don't want to get too much into the yeah, I don't want to. Gifts reverse. Jesus Christ. This could be like it could be one person that's riling up a bunch of people. Right? This person, either they had gifts and I don't know, they just kind of put it up on the shelf and let it collect dust, and when they try to use that gift, it's all rusty and they don't know how to use that gift. It's kind of like a car, right? A car is sitting for a while, you don't use it for whatever reason, and then you try to start it up and then the battery's dead because, you know, it hasn't been used in a while. That's kind of what this is. And then they're mad because you have access to yours and they can't even get theirs to start anymore. It's like someone cannot take flight, right? Someone cannot take flight. So it's something about like their wings. Their wings are like all damped and I don't know. I'm seeing like syrup on wings, and obviously the wings can't fly because they're so heavy and sticky. It's like that. It's like whoever this person is, they can't even start their gifts up again, and they can't fly. And that's because they put it to the side. Whatever it is, they put something to the side, thinking that it really didn't, right? But not realizing that gift of theirs is part of their journey, right? Like maybe having a kind heart, right? And they just stopped being kind. They didn't want to be kind anymore for whatever reason. And then not realizing that kindness is a gift, okay? And then you have to learn who to be kind to, who not to be kind to, how much, how little, when, blah, 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 right? But they did nothing with that. This is just an example, right? And they did nothing with that kindness. So they just, and now when they try to be a good person or they try to be kind, it just doesn't come off genuine or doesn't come off the right way, or it's kind of like one of those people that like they try and do something nice and then 20 bad things happen. Okay, there's something that this person's severely out of touch with, right? And it was a gift that they had, but they didn't use it. They did nothing with it, right? It could be having empathy. It could be anything. This could be even being clairvoyant, anything, okay? But they did nothing with it because they didn't think it mattered. But that's not what's happening for you. And now this person, they're like angry and they're trying to make other people angry as well. And all you're doing, it's crazy. This energy that I've been picking up on like all the past couple days. This all you're doing is just flowing with God. That's literally all you're doing. I just see 949. You're in sync. It's like a mirror. You're literally mirroring mirroring the universe. So sorry, hold on one second. I'm trying to, because there's just no way. Wow. Alright. We have balance reversed. Who cares? It's them. They're all over the place because they stopped putting caring into things that was actually very important, thinking that it didn't matter, right? They're angry, out of balance, giftless, okay, talentless, okay, prizeless. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. I'm seeing what is it that they want, because they're so heavy in this. Risk reverse. Yeah, that's with you. That's with you. There's something good about that. As a deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, oh God. Psalms 42:1, risk reverse. You can do whatever you want. I just seen 1, 2, 2. You can do whatever you want. You're not in the energy of, oh, should I? Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, should I? Maybe I shouldn't. If you wanna go do whatever you want to do, you can do that. It's not. There's no risk to it. Perspective upright, growth upright. You see, you can do that. I feel like for a lot of you, you're realizing that whatever this energy is, you don't have to concern yourself with it. Whether it's a neighbor, coworker, friend, family, lover, whatever it is, whatever this is, even just whatever this is, like, you don't have to be around people like that. You don't have to. There's something about you understand something. I feel like when a lot of you realize that you can do whatever it is that you want, it really helped you see things from a different perspective and get out of a certain mindset, right? Well, if their heart's closed, and I should close my heart too, that kind of negative whatever, growth upright. You're growing. It could be physically, right? Maybe you're going to the gym or whatever. It could be mentally. You're now more mentally aware. Mentally, you can make decisions that make sense. You're not making, you're intelligent, right? This could be emotionally, like, not to overreact or put into this, or, give into that, or let yourself be guilted, or whatever like that, right? This could also be spiritually, right? You now have more of a solid stance within yourself, right? And what you are, like, what you're about, and your purpose, and what you want to do in your dreams. I feel like you've gone through a lot of that, and it's making a lot of people mad. I feel like because they want to keep you small. They want to keep you small. That's what that is. This is also giving me Hangsman energy too. That's Pisces, belief. So there could have been something, what you once believed, right? You could have so if you believed something for a very long time, or if you believed something to be a certain way, you looked at it from a different angle and said, why is this? Why is that? Blah, 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 right? And that really helped you to grow. Being able to do that, being able to see things from a different perspective, different viewpoints, that's also very, very necessary. That's why there's always like 3 truths or whatever. There's 3 sides to a coin, which is true. You have the front, the back, and then the side. The side. People don't count that, right? Which is the truth that holds you know, it gives a, never mind. It gives each side its own space. All right. So yeah, I like this. I like this. I don't really care about that, but wow. All right, cool. I'm making good timing, which is nice. Ah. I keep seeing like bright, like a stream that's like glowing bright, right? And it's just like flowing. It's like it looks like veins, right? The veins in a body look like streams. Also, the same goes for like roads as well, and like the back of a leaf. You see, it's all connected. We have the Hermit up, right? That's great energy. Yeah, you need to. It's the Hermit energy is very important to be able to see things from a different perspective. So I feel like with the Hermit and the Hanged Man, because this is giving me Hanged Man energy, I feel like the Hermit is more like logic grounding, right? And I feel like with the Hanged Man, it's more like passionate beliefs, right? So I feel like the Hermit would be okay. Listen, I know every card has its own element, but I feel like the Hermit would be like air, earth, and the Hanged Man would be water, fire, right? But that's one of my interpretations, so it doesn't really matter. But I feel like with the Hermits and the perspective card, yeah, you really analyze something about your belief, or the way you believed in something, the way you looked at something, and that right there really helped you to grow. I feel like that was the whole spiritual journey. All right, that was, you know, one of the things you realized. My left ear is burning. Not burning, but it feels like icy cool. Last time it felt like it was burning. Now it feels icy cool, like someone's like blowing on my ear. And they got cold ass breath. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna have to... What the heck is going on? Alright, let me get up. Knight of Pentacles came out. This energy has been coming out. Oh no, that was the Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like this this took some time for you to see something the way it is, the way it was, for what it was. I feel like that took some time. Your finances could also be steadily growing, right? It may not be like fast income, fast money, right? But there's something, what was that word? Revenue, all right? So whether you're like an entrepreneur or you have a job or whatever the case it is, it's kind of one of those things like after every year, after a whole year completed, you get like a 25-cent raise, right? It builds in revenue or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, your finances they're growing. It may not seem like it's growing so fast, but that's also kind of a blessing, because you don't want the wrong people around you for your money. Like this person over here, kind of like that person, right? So I feel like that's a good thing though. So, and also there's you're also learning new things too. There's a lot of increase happening for you. We have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Hold on. We have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck, or that just flew out. Reverse. Five of Cups reverse on the bottom of the deck. There's nothing for you to be. I feel like you know that. What is there to be sad and depressed about? You're not. Nine of Wands reverse. You're not stopping anytime soon. This is something that you would gladly give your all to. This is, you know what this looks like to me? This actually looks like you knowing you can't fall when you have God in your heart. This is what this looks like. This looks like faith. Let me see over here. What's going on? We have the Emperor reverse. So there could be a karmic masculine. Could be an Aries, or there's something about the way they see themselves. Maybe they just don't like who they are. Maybe they don't like the way they see themselves. People could probably not have a good opinion of this person as well. Knight of Wands. This is someone who likes to play games too. I also feel like this person, they're heading towards your way to try and play a game with you. Ooh, Two of Wands. Yeah, that's their plan. They have something going on. They have something up their sleeve is what I'm hearing. The Seven of Swords reversed, but you already see it. You already know what's going on. You can see this person's motives as they're walking towards you. Alright? So that's going on in the background. This is happening now. This could be somebody that you left in the past. This could be somebody who's behind you. Like, this is someone you walked away from. They have a plan. They have a plan. But whatever this plan is, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to get them what they want. We have the Fool reverse. So this could be an Aries masculine. You could be an Aries masculine, or this could be an Aries feminine. You could be an Aries feminine. Or there's something really happy about the way they see themselves and the way the world sees them. Interesting. We have Fool reverse. So whatever they're trying to do, it's not going to work. Then over here on your side, we have Risk reverse. So whatever you're trying to do, it's not a risk. There's no bad thing that's going to come out of it. You could do whatever you want. This person does not have the authority to do whatever they want. It's just they can't. This person is very unstable. This could be karmic feminine or karmic masculine towards you. Ooh, I'm hearing kill, steal, and destroy. This is what they want to do. The Three of Pentacles upright. They could be working with a collaboration of people. They could be working with 3 people or 2 other people, them being the 3rd. Okay, so you have this going on. And then we have this person over here. Could be a karmic Aries masculine. Heavy on the Aries over here. Doesn't have to be, but really it's really about how someone sees themselves and then how the world is seeing them versus how you see yourself, and how the world is seeing you. Okay, compared to, they're like doing a compare contrast. Why are you glowing and I'm not? Something like that, okay? You have the Three of Pentacles. I also feel like this person wants to learn from you. Okay, but they are not. There's some sort of collaboration going on. Alright, actually I'm gonna Strength upright. Could be a Leo. You could be a Leo. So it's kind of like they want you to teach them how to be confident, how to be strong, how to be wise, how to stand in who you are with that first house energy, right? embracing yourself and being happy with yourself, loving yourself. This is what they want to, people want to learn this from you. Six of Wands reversed on the bottom of the deck. The Star upright. This is what you're heading towards. It's taking its time, but it's actually going fast. But from your perspective, it's like a slow rise in a sense, but it's not a problem really. That's really not anything important to really be worried about, right? It's like the whole revenue thing. It's already happening, right? It's already in motion. It's already there. It's already stabilized, right? So whatever you were hoping, wishing, and dreaming, it's happening. Right, and now it might not seem overnight because realistically, the real things don't. It's not overnight. It's okay. So, but don't really concern yourself with that. Just keep being in the as the deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, oh God. Just keep focusing on that. Right, praising the Most High God. That's right. All right, let me get one more. We have the Four of Wands. Four of Cups upright. Ten of Swords reverse. This person's like around you and they're not happy. There's something in their lives right now that they're not happy with. It could be this Four of Wands. There's something about their Four of Wands, either their home, or it could be like their upbringing or their family life or their current home. But it's something that's, it's on the fence. It's not really, they want it, but they don't want it, right? They're not satisfied with that, okay? This could be an Aries father figure. You could be an Aries father figure, or an Aries mother figure, or you could be an Aries mother figure. But whoever this person is, they're not exactly, it's just not what they really want. Yeah, they could have the house, they can have the cars, they can have the clothes, they can have the money, but it's not the wife that they want. I feel like this is the masculine. It's not the wife that they want, or that's it. There's no girlfriend. It's the wife. Something about this person, whoever, they don't want the wife that they're with. Alright, I'm going to close the reading because now Ten of Wands reversed again. Because now I feel like alright, this is a reading. Bye.